Hi, I'm Jim Westlyn, and this time I'd like to speak a little bit about scales. Now, virtually every guitarist ends up learning some scales at one point or another. And I guess it's a good thing. It's a bad thing if that's all you know. And there are some of my students who have really liked playing scales and playing fast, and then they don't really learn a song sometimes. So I'm going to speak about this in terms of something that you can use when you're either improvising or when you're playing songs, so that it makes musical sense rather than just technical sense. Now, I want to start out with my left hand, and I want to do a specific G major scale shape here. Okay, I'm doing it at the second position. Again, my index finger's at the second fret, and that's why I'm calling it that. And the reason I'm going to use this particular scale is because my little finger is going to be used on each string here. Straight G major scale, 2 octaves up and back down. And I'm going to play it first very slowly to you. Now, everything I play is with a beat. Everything has got a rhythm to it. If you take the rhythm out of music, then you're taking a lot of the life out of it. There needs to be that foundation in rhythm. So the first thing I'm going to do is play this guy in just straight eighth notes for you. I'm going to keep a beat, and I think you'll sort of feel it as I'm doing it. I'm going to take it up, ascending, and then back down. Here it is a little quicker. Okay? Now, I've got my thumb in a position that is pretty much a little bit below, let's say, the center of the neck, and look at the bend of my wrist. My wrist is bent pretty much, but my hand is very relaxed. I have found kind of a sweet spot where my hand kind of hangs there. I don't know if that's, I kind of like that idea because it means that there's very little effort to it. As I'm moving across, I'm asking my fingers to work, but I am not making them work. I'm not pushing them. There's not a lot of effort or tension in what I'm doing. So as I'm moving across, there is a kind of a fluid that happens. Now there's something here that I think I should mention that most people don't even recognize or notice. As I'm moving from one string to another, I touch the string that I've gotten off of. As I'm moving my hand across, and I'm going to play the first 2 notes, G and A, and I'm going to a B on the 5th string, I'm touching the 5th string. Excuse me, I said it wrong, the 6th string. I'm touching the 6th string that I just got off of as I'm playing the 5th string. Now this is a big deal because if I don't, I might get that extra note in there. I might get that open string ringing in sympathy. Often, I might take the back part of my right hand palm and bump strings too to stop them from vibrating sympathetically, which means they're vibrating even though I haven't touched them. So I'm going to go across, in every note that I play here as I'm going across, as I move from one string to another, I touch the string that I'm getting off of. And perhaps you'll notice it a little bit more now that you're looking for it. Even my middle finger there. Now, easier to do while I'm descending because pretty naturally my finger will touch the string I got off of. Here it is a little more quickly. Again, eighth notes. Here it is in triplets. Okay, now let's talk about my right hand. My right hand has got to be very relaxed. It's got to be moving small. It's got to be moving very fluid. So as I'm moving across the strings, it's easy for me to get that flow happening. The coordination between my 2 hands is what makes the rhythm work. So my hand, again, is very relaxed. Tiny little move, and I've got this bend and flex I was talking about in the other video. Check this out. Here's my right hand moving across, and as I go from one string to another, I do it from my elbow, not from my wrist. Here it is, triplets again. So as I'm putting these 2 guys together, I'm trying to make it so that both of them are as relaxed as possible, moving as small as possible, and that's going to make it a lot easier for me to keep this flow going in a scale-type passage. So that's it. I'm Jim Westlyn. Come back and check out some of my other stuff when you get a chance.